Intentionality. Intentionality. That is what I want us to think about and talk about on this week's episode of Minutes with MinistaMike. Intentionality. Last week we started talking about growth, and I promised you that in a series of weeks I will talk about the law or the principles that govern growth. And the first law that I want us to talk about today is intentionality. Like I always ask you, think about it for a minute before you even hear what I have to say. Everything I have to say is my point of view. I read it somewhere. I learned it from John C. Maxwell, from the likes of Tony Robbins, from the likes of Jim Rohn. I learned a lot. So I am bringing my soul to you. But before you listen to me, think about it. When you hear the word intentionality, what comes to your mind? How do you define it? Can you study a little to know about intentionality even before you listen to me in the next couple of minutes? Intentionality. So I define intentionality as the principle that growth doesn't happen by chance. Growth doesn't happen by chance. Intentionality means you have intent, you have a purpose, you have a motive. When you hear the word intention, its motive, its purpose is driven by choice. So in the law of growth, in the principle that governs growth, intentionality is the principle that says that growth doesn't happen by chance. It requires deliberate effort. It requires you to be intentional about it. It requires motive. It requires purpose. It is driven by deliberation. It is driven by individual choice, individual effort. That is the first law that governs growth. If you want to grow, which I believe you want to, you have to be intentional about it. You have to have a motive for growing. You have to have a purpose that drives you. You have to deliberate about it. It is a deliberate effort. Growth doesn't just happen. See, while getting older is biologically automatic, even though you still have to eat, aid and help your growth, biologically getting older happens. Getting older happens. Living longer is another thing, but getting older is automatic. Getting better though is a choice, and that is where growth happens. You cannot equate the physical growth with your overall life experience. If you want to get better at anything, you have to choose to get better. It doesn't just happen. Do you understand? You have to exert deliberate effort to see that it happens. To grow, you must have a personal plan. All right, you must act immediately and intentionally around those plans. Intentionality turns good intentions into purposeful actions. The law of growth, that is intentionality, turns good intentions into purposeful actions. It ensures that you move forward in life with clear goals, with clear direction. That is how intentionality will help you. So these are the key points that I want you to go away. These are the actionable insights that I want you to execute this week. Number one, create a personal growth plan. You cannot say you want to grow without having a clear personal growth plan that will aid you along the way. You can't say you want to be better without having the plan to be better. So growth requires a roadmap. You are going on a journey now, so you need to have a map. You need to have a growth map that will aid your process, that will aid your journey. You identify areas of your life that you want to improve. You identify areas of your life that you want to see growth. Then you set clear goals around them. You outline the steps that are necessary and needed to achieve those plans. See, a personal growth plan gives you a sense of direction. It gives you a sense of purpose. Oh, if you're struggling to identify your purpose, it is because you don't have a growth plan. If you have a growth, just leave your purpose for a while. Which aspect of your life, where in your life do you want to grow? Then plan around that, and you discover that your purpose gets clearer by the minute. Your purpose gets clearer as you go along with your plan. Also, you turn good intentions into actions. That is another thing I want you to do this week. Turn your good intentions into actions. I know you have good intentions. I know you want to see yourself better. I know you want to see your family better. I know you want to live healthier. Those are good intentions. I know you want to make money. Those are good intentions. Turn them into actions this week. Turn them into actions today. That is how you can grow. That is how you can become better. Intentions alone are not enough. All right? Intentions alone are not enough. Focus on turning your ideas and your desires into concrete actions. That is how you grow. That is how you become better. That is how you use intention to grow. That is the first law that governs your growth. Intentionality. Now you know that, okay, you cannot grow automatically. You cannot just grow. You have to show deliberate effort that you want to grow. So turn that desire into actions. Turn that desire into actions. You have to move. Turn all your good intentions this week, today, this month, whenever you're watching this, turn them into actions. Also, grow with purpose. I mentioned purpose earlier. Be very deliberate about your growth. That is growing with purpose. Growth without purpose will not give your life meaning. All right, that growth, you won't be able to, your fulfillment will not be tangible. When you grow without purpose, your fulfillment, your life's meaning will not be tangible. You won't be able to know why you are even growing in the first place. That is why I'm encouraging you this week to grow with purpose. All right, clarify your purpose. Clarify your purpose. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to make a lot of money? Is it only for food? Is it only for drinks? Is it only to party? Why do you want to grow? Why do you really want to grow? Your finances, your relationships, your health. Why do you want to become better? That is the purpose behind your growth. So grow with purpose, all right? Clarify your purpose in life and let your purpose now guide your growth, all right? Let your purpose guide the journey of your growth. When you understand why you are growing, it becomes easier. Yeah, it becomes easier to stay committed to that growth because you know why. If a purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. You abuse yourself when you don't know why you are. You abuse your desires, your intentions when you don't know the why behind it. And that is purpose. Purpose is the why behind whatever you do. So you want to grow. Why? The moment you are able to clarify the why, then you will discover that you don't struggle with commitment. You don't struggle with commitment to your actions. You don't struggle with commitment to your growth. So grow with purpose. See, this week, as you seek to be better, as you seek to grow, be disciplined. All right, be disciplined and be consistent. Be disciplined and be consistent. You cannot grow on a steady plane without discipline and without consistency. Intentionality requires discipline. All right, it requires you to be deliberate and to be disciplined. Do you understand me? This week, yes, you now know that you cannot grow without being intentional about it, but intentionality requires you to be a disciplined person. So I will ask you, are you disciplined? If you're not, learn it. Stay put. Stay on what you say you will do and do it. Commit yourself to be better. Even when you don't feel like it, do it. Even when you think, oh, your feelings are not there, just do it. Your feelings will align in time. Set a consistent routine that prioritizes your growth, whether it is through reading, whether it is learning new skills, whether it is reflecting on your progress. See, consistency compounds over time. Whatever you do, if every single day you've decided that you will only read one chapter of a book, before you know it, before the end of the year, you might have finished 10, 15 books. You might have finished 10, 15 books if you decide that, okay, this month I want to learn this particular skill, and you consistently do it little by little, 2 hours per day, 4 hours per day, you learn that new skill. By the end of the year, it will have accumulated. That is what I mean by consistency compounds in time. Consistency compounds over time. So be consistent about your growth. And how do you do that? Be disciplined. When you are a disciplined person, when you are someone that is given to whatever you say you will do and you prioritize that, then you will discover that it compounds. You will start growing. You will grow and you will know why you are growing. Finally, this week, I want you to measure your progress. Okay, before that, surround yourself with growth-oriented people. That is, be intentional about the people you surround yourself with. Intentionality without, when you are alone in your intentionality, it gets lonely, it's difficult. But when you have 2, 3, 4, 5 people around you that are also intentional about their growth, it becomes easier for you. And finally, measure your progress. That is how you encourage yourself. That is how you show yourself that you are intentional about whatever it is that you are doing and whatever it is that you've decided to do. See, by living intentionally and focusing on purposeful growth, you ensure that each week, each day, each month is a step forward towards becoming a better version of yourself. So this week, I want you to go and be intentional about your growth. Next week, we'll talk about another law that governs growth. Thank you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.